Well, hello, everybody.
Oh,
We
hi.
are,
I'm taking 3 deep breaths just to get started
oh, that's
before we
good.
take three deep breaths as a group.
Yeah, three deep breaths as a group, everybody. We need some deep breaths. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
This is a big new moon in Virgo. First one. We have
It
two.
is. It
We're going
is.
to have the second one is on September 21st, right before we go into fall equinox. Today's new moon in Virgo is 0 degrees. The second one is in 29 degrees, and it's also a solar eclipse. So, to say the least, this is huge. This is big, 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 big. This is Virgo's the part of us that takes Virgo's across from Pisces on the wheel. And remember, in Pisces season, we were dreaming and imagining our new reality and all the in these new energies. Well, now we're in Virgo Earth sign, and that's to bring in the details to make it physically manifest into the earth and all your dreams. Now it just doesn't happen overnight. I wish it did. I wish I had that kind of magic. But
hmm
it's
Well, and it's unprecedented because this doesn't happen very often. And the other thing at this point in time is it's conjunct the fixed star Regulus.
yes. So okay, so that's a huge deal. That's 0 degrees Virgo, fixed star, royal fixed star, Persian star, Regulus. Regulus will amplify this, right? And it's elevate us, especially if you're in integrity, in your authenticity, in your truth, because real royalty has those specific attributes. And
So,
if you're not,
well, and it's binary because it is the sun and moon conjunct. So we have to make a decision.
yeah, yep,
This
yep.
is it's binary. It's yes or no, do or die. Have or
Absolutely.
don't have, want or don't want,
And that is because,
purpose, no purpose. You have to, and Virgo in its scrutiny and perfectionism, which is why we think of it as being a perfectionist. It scrutinizes. It makes certain that the communication, Mercury rules it, is is getting through to Virgo first.
yeah, and it's solution oriented, right? It's important because it wants to do things and it wants to do things properly. It doesn't want to waste time with BS. It doesn't want to waste time doing the things. But we've had all this time to think about things. We've had a lot of time. And even though we may not know the exact way to get to our dream, but just being open in your heart and allowing the Virgo parts of us, right? Because we're all signs, and wherever this 0 degree Virgo is in your chart is where it's activating. And don't forget, Diana and I both do readings, either together or separately. If would like a reading, all of our information is in the description box. Oh goodness! And please like, share, and subscribe. And let me say this: that's Diana, Miss Diana Bowles, and I'm Valerie. And maybe we need to take those 3 deep breaths now because we're
Yeah,
all excited.
perfect timing.
Yeah, get that crap out of there.
Yeah, extra crap out of there.
And let's say hi to everybody. Oh my goodness, we got all these beautiful souls. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
You
This is
know,
big. This is big time. This is where we start to create the life of our dreams. Now
y-
it's not going to happen all right away. Just want to reiterate that. Sorry.
Annie just wrote she couldn't paint for crap today. Neither could I. I got the I I was working on a painting, and I got it laid out, and the base coat for one part of the painting, but then I had to stop. Then
Well,
I had to stop.
and there's a reason for that, right? The
Yeah,
sun
it
is
just
going.
happened.
The sun is just. Thank God that that solar flare wasn't Earth directed because it blew all up around it anyway. It's hitting us anyway.
Isn't that, if you have not seen the video that Stefan Burns put out
Uh,
late last night, or it was 1 o'clock in the morning, he was live for me, Eastern time, right? So I only caught a few minutes of it, but went back and watched it this morning. The solar flare went off on the far side of the sun. It was huge. It was huge and wrapped around most of the sun. And
mm,
with the sun in its rotation, of course, is going right into that far limb.
mm,
What we see as our right hand when we're looking at this, it's going into it, so the wind is blowing it in our direction anyway. So the impact was milder, but look at that, and it's going straight for Mars. And don't think that Mars is not going to bounce off of Mars and come back to reflect somewhat on Earth.
Mars in Libra. Okay, I love that. That is actively finding justice and balance. Now that you put it like that, oh, I love that.
Right?
Yep. I mean,
So,
it's
I mean,
big. It's big.
and then we had a 7.5 in Drake's Crossing,
Hmm.
earthquake down in Drake's Crossing. And I didn't even look at the Schumann resonance today. So if you woke up and itchy ouchy and physically exhausted, hello, that is certainly a big part of why. Now, all of a sudden this afternoon at about 4 o'clock, things lightened up. When I got up, my bending parts couldn't bend, my knees, uh, things that, you know, I don't even want to, I'm sure you're sick of hearing it. I'm sick of talking about it. But it
Yes,
passed
but
because it wasn't earth directed. We were just getting the the pool shot, right? The bounce the eight the cue ball off the eight ball and
it's
hit
a
the
bank shot.
lip.
It was a bank shot. That's what it was. Oh my God. I mean, and Virgo is the healer of the zodiac. Virgos are earth angels. Virgos are detail oriented. And Virgos, with our Virgo part, does a lot more for us than we realize. All of our parts do, but Virgo is one of the ones that make things actually happen. I'm hearing myself, Diana. Oh, there. I'm not hearing it no more. And that Virgo, that Virgo part of us wants to create. It wants to be efficient. And I mean, that's what it lives for. It's also known for purity, so that it's purifying mind, body, soul, and all of it. We're aligning
Well,
energy body.
it's part of the control of the body parts that eliminate.
Well, yes, digestion.
No, right?
Yeah.
It's
And,
that colon stuff
and
is
that
coming into play.
But
And
that's gut instinct too, Diana, right? That's that gut instinct. With if you don't have your colon, doing its
yeah,
thing properly, your gut's always off.
my mom used to always say, "Poop or get off the pot." Only she used a slightly more foul word.
Just to show y'all, look, here we go. And this is actually a black moon too, which only happens once every 33 months. There's two different kinds of black moons. This isn't the one. The other kind is when you have two new moons in the same month. This one is the one that happens every 33 months. So
Hmm.
this is spirit telling us a lot. Oh, I'm hearing myself. I don't know what happened. Spirit's telling us, helping us. It's like flashing a red sign, like a stoplight, and it's saying slow down. Allow yourself, because on new moons we plant seeds, we create, we put our wishes, hopes, and desires out, and we speak them to the spirit,
Yeah.
and that's, but you got to know the next full moon is a lunar eclipse. Then the new moon after that is a solar eclipse. So we're really not going to get real leveled out. I mean, and this is early, but probably not until October when we get into Libra season, where all of that we've done in Leo season, Virgo season starts to come into where's the balance. If there's not any balance, you're going to release it.
Yeah.
Right. But we're at the last degree of Leo today. That's also another reason why we're so amped up. The sun is at its highest point
Right.
for the year at
And
29 degrees.
right. And we're only there for a little bit longer, and then
The
2 o'clock this morning Eastern time, it'll be exact at 000,
zero, zero,
because
zero.
you can't forget that Regulus is there. And what is Regulus about? Your your highest honor, your regalness,
That's right.
your ability to not waste time. If I had to do things twice, that's the Gemini in me. I always got to come back to the house and leave a second time. But when it comes to doing art and things of that nature, I can't afford to have to do it a second time. I do it once as a rough draft, and then I know where I'm going. The second one has to be that perfectionist point. And because all of this is coming so heavily into play, and we've got that Atlas comet up there, and the one that they call um, not Maui Maui.
Oh no, that's the, like, I know which one you're talking about. I can't
Yeah,
say the name. But that Atlas, that's three L Atlas. That is
3-1. Yeah,
3-1. I'm sorry. I don't know if it is a
it's
one.
the
I
third.
don't
It's the third comet like this.
like this. But do you know it has its own? It's not going with the flow of space.
Not.
It is. I gotta send you this video. I
Yeah.
listened to it earlier. I was like, holy
Yeah.
crap! Like something's driving it, right?
Well, that's what, right? That's what Stefan even mentioned it himself. This is
Oh,
like
it did.
it's got a mind of its own. We're not sure.
Mm,
We're not sure it's coming.
wow. And okay, so at 2:06, this is why we came on earlier. 2:06 a.m. Eastern, 11:06 p.m. Pacific is
Yeah.
when this is exact, this new moon. We came on early to remind everybody to do a little kind of a ceremony, do something, write it down, speak it out, do a candle, do cinnamon. There's all kinds of, I got a few things. In fact, I'll read one at the end about a new moon for Virgo,
Okay.
um, that we can talk about. But this is 0 degree. But what I found was interesting. It was 0.23 degrees on 823. What's 23? So five. But anyway, I can.
Oh,
There's so many layers to this. We could just go on
yeah.
and on and on because it's huge. This is huge, and it's squaring. First let's go with the yod. Diane, we got
Oh,
Saturn, Neptune on one corner. We have Pluto on the other corner, the bottom, all pointing to the new moon in Virgo. That is
and
the God saying, go this
right.
way, go that way, wherever it is in your chart.
And silly me not realizing what time it is. The sun is already in Virgo. Hello. Duh.
Is it? Oh
Yep.
yeah, 425.
Yeah.
And I know that, but oh my goodness. And you know
Yeah.
what? It's my moon. My moon
Right.
is 28 degrees Leo. So I had that yesterday, and the sun and the moon today. So
Right. And this yod pointing to that Regulus, everything's sitting there
yep,
at that zero power point. The ultimate pinnacle in this one is
yep,
we can't make any decisions till we know we're going to make them correctly.
that's right. And correctly is from the heart, in
Gut
authenticity, in
and the
truth,
gut.
and yeah, the gut's talking big time now. Oh my God, it's so true. And it is. It's like, okay, so we got to this point, and it is like a blank slate. It's a cosmic blank slate. But it's the darkest the moon will be. It's a black moon. Allow that to just permeate into you and feel, we don't have to make decisions. We got eclipse season coming up, and we got um, the second Virgo new moon on the 21st, right before fall equinox. That is going to, we'll have more clarity. I'm going to say that loosely by then, but personally, I think we all know. I know I'm going to do a cleansing detox thing during the eclipse. I try to do that every fall, but I'm hearing myself. Okay, there I'm not again.
Oh, that's because I put my arm over it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. And we all kind of know if there's an area in our life that we would like to tweak out a little bit, and Virgo will really helps you with that. Virgo will help you align, but there's no hurry. Know that you're a seed planted in the dark dirt, and you're down there feeling into what is correct for you. Now, as for the outside world, things are about to get real spicy. They always are, but this is gonna trigger the truth. The truth has got to come out. Virgo doesn't like liars. Virgos are pretty straight up people. Now, there's always a lower end and a higher end to each sign. But as far as this new moon at zero with Regulus and coming to 29 degrees at the end of the month, that wants clarity, truth. We're purifying ourselves, and as we are purifying ourselves, our outside world is getting purified too. And the only way it's going to do that is by the truth to start coming out in as fast as the lies have been coming out, right? And we learned a lot since spring equinox. We've been building ourselves, we've been recreating ourselves, reinventing ourselves. We just went through Leo season where we connected with our hearts, and now it's time to get the details filled in. So far, does that make sense? Oh, Diana, did we talk about the square to Uranus?
Oh, there's so much
Yeah,
going on.
mm,
Can you hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, the square to Uranus is it's like it's like a windmill and everything's broken off except this one square, right? Because it's Uranus, so it's
Uranus.
it's the storm.
Yeah.
It's the storm, and
It,
and that is this is just hard navigating right now.
mm,
We know what is not true,
right.
and they still try to make us think that we
Ah,
got. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe your ears.
right.
Don't believe your memory.
And people, humanity is sick of it.
Yeah.
It's hitting us all, and we've been in. Oh man, I forget what I watched earlier, but they were saying, I think it was Pam Gregory's video. In fact, it was on this new moon that an astrologer she listens to went back for the last new moon, where Pluto, because Pluto's in Aquarius at that one of the corners of the yod.
Uh-huh.
And usually, when Pluto is in Aquarius, this is like 4,000 years ago, but usually when Pluto's in Aquarius, it is an uprising. And it usually is pretty uh, volatile. But
Right.
she found that this time, because I forget how they put it. It was really interesting though, and this time it is not that the people rise up in anger. It just it's just
Well,
no, we're not accepting this anymore. You know.
and at the same time, we have Uranus trining Pluto. And so,
Mm.
what does that tell you? I'll support you. What do you want to blow up?
If you want to blow up, yep.
What
And
again?
not
And there's stuff that happened today on the other side of the world in Poland and Lithuania and Ukraine kind of summed it all up. And I'm trying to not be, I'm not being political. I'm just saying that
much part of
aims for an American, um, I can't remember what kind of a factory it is. It's an American factory in Ukraine. And then it's also near the border of Lithuania and Poland. So the drones were in there as well.
and 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 yeah, anytime Uranus is in play, it shocks, surprises, things blow up. And he's in Gemini, so you want to think of the information that you're hearing or reading or ingesting being volatile.
Yeah.
But as it's squaring, it doesn't mean it's always a bad thing. Now, so this is where Uranus, you know, depending, I feel like it, they know. Like Pluto knows if you're in your heart or not. That's
Right.
that's what I get. And if you
Well,
aren't, you get the shocks that aren't so good. If you,
right. And then we got Uranus in a half square to Jupiter, making everything bigger besides,
yeah,
I
yep.
mean, it's like just, oh my God, it's
I
just too
mean,
much. And Venus is squaring
Cancer.
Chiron.
Oh, Chiron. Yeah, Venus in Cancer
No
is
wonder, no wonder
Chiron.
we're all feeling and maybe felt really crappy this morning, but getting better now as the sun has, stepped back.
And that's Venus in Cancer, so that's hitting our emotional wounds,
Right,
okay? And that emotional wounds, these could be lifetimes old, usually to do with abandonment and things like that. So if you were feeling kind of,
right.
upset
So
about
if you
stuff,
like, Val and I both have 6-degree Venus in Cancer. So even though Venus is at 25 degrees, we're feeling it because our own Venuses are there.
and Jupiter
So there's
is
a,
in
yeah,
Cancer too, just making it huge. So it's making those wounds even
yep,
more intense feeling.
yep. And then there's that Chiron in Aries.
Yeah, the I am. This is all about you.
And that
Personal.
that just triggered something because I just realized this is where my stubbornness is right now. I have my own ideas in this and the healing thing, and it doesn't quite go along with all of my lovely friends.
Well, but I'll say this. We're not in an absolute knowing time, right? I'd let that all play out this month, especially wait to the after the well to the next full moon, not this one, the next one. And if things are still there, then you go check things out. That's right now. There isn't any. Even though Virgo wants to bring us clarity, right? There's too many variables. All the outer planets are retrograde. Venus is in Cancer with Jupiter. You got who isn't retrograde. You got Chiron though in Aries retrograde. That's hitting the I am. It's hitting you personally.
Hmm.
You know, and this is kind of what's pissing us all off about the outside world. Like we can see you all are lying to us. And this is where the collective is going to be like at some point we're going to say no more. We're not playing this game. It's really all systems are being upgraded. All in us, mind, body, soul, out in the external world, everything is getting upgraded. And with Virgo, it's because of we're discerning, right? That's the way to go forward with Virgo. You got to be discerning in your heart. We might not know the answers, but if you're in your heart, the right information will come to you when it's ready. And I think we've gone a long way. And this is something important. Everybody needs to give themselves a hug and hug each other, a pat on the back. We've been through hell for 5 years. I mean, if not longer. Actually, it's been over 10 years. But we're coming towards the the end of that, where the like Dinah was saying, Virgo is clears you out. It eliminates, and that's what it's going to do for the outside. It's going to start eliminating the liars. So now, again, it's just not going to happen overnight, but that's where we've gotten pretty far. I know
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it. Um,
Well, and then we have we have a grand trine,
yes, we
right? And we have two tops of kites that are not associated with the grand trine. And it's
do.
those the top of a kite is often referred to as a mini grand trine, and yet
Mhm.
it's not because it isn't all in one element.
Right.
So it's just that it is an elongated triangle. So we have the North Node in Pisces at 18 degrees, and we have Jupiter in Cancer at 16 degrees, and then we have Juno and Vesta in Aries at 20 degrees. And so, this is okay, making
Scorpio.
decisions.
Scorpio. Sorry. Gino Vesta, Scorpio.
Did I say Juno? I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Vesta and where did I just throw my?
Eris. Eris.
Thank
You
you,
know, you know
Eris.
who's with
So this is what are we? We're reassessing, and now we have to. Where do we want to go with this, right? And that uh, what you call it stuff. The Vesta is this is making a play on our home,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
right? And how I'm hanging on to my home. No, this. And Sarah says, "What are you willing to fight for?" She's the goddess of discord, and so it is us having to commit to standing firm,
Standing
right?
in our truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you're not, I mean, individually we're not going to go far, and collectively we're not going to go far. You know that North Node is 1 degree away from Nessus, and the South Node is 3 degrees away from Orcus. So these are two energies that are not, they don't want the bullshit, you know?
Yeah. Just you know,
Clear
tell
out
me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Never mind.
the.
Well, actually, I said two. There's actually three tops of kites that
Hmm.
are not associated with the Grand Trine itself. The Grand Trine is in air, right? Or fire, I mean. Sorry, it's in fire.
No,
So,
oh, there's, really? Wait a minute. I thought it was
yeah,
there.
where did I just put my charts? Here they are.
We have a fire one, we have
Yeah,
an air one.
yes. And we have a mystic rectangle, and the geometry is, I mean, it looks like quite a hodgepodge, but
Yeah.
we could even make the Pentagon out of this.
Really good. It's a lot. It's really a lot. And we got Venus is at 27 Cancer. Okay? And Mercury is at 12 degrees Leo. Okay, so he's coming up behind the sun and the moon.
Right.
And he is, he's about to go around, when they get close to the sun, the sun's already passed him, but he's going to end up passing the sun. They always update, and Mercury always shares what the new energy is, right? Where we headed. So in Leo, it's always about your heart, having courage to be who you are. Um, we have that. We're going to have Uranus and Sedna there together for quite a while. So that square is even bigger with Sedna in the mix, because It's a square to the sun and moon.
Well,
But that Sedna is making that Sedna doesn't want any BS either. You
no,
know?
she's had it. She's had it.
Yeah.
She went under the water to have her own world. To heck with going back to them. And so that Uranus sextile Jupiter, or half square to Jupiter, we the counterbalance to that is Mercury in a sextile to Leo, which will be exact tomorrow. To Leo, to Mars in Libra, which will be exact tomorrow
Yeah, that's a
at
nice.
10 degrees.
Mhm.
So, that there's still time.
Yeah, it's all got to come together, right? Everybody's retrograde. Everybody's just catching up with the new energy. Kilauea, Stephen Burns is saying, is erupting.
Ah,
Um, so, I mean, that we're going to see this, especially playing out on Mother Earth. Um, but if you notice, the two last earthquakes were in very remote places.
well, and then Uranus is on September 6th is going to go retrograde.
Yeah. So, do you know how far
He
back?
goes retrograde, where's he going? Back into Taurus.
Yeah.
Not like he's very far from my Mars in Taurus anyway, but
Well, that's just it with Saturn and Neptune. They're right now in Aries, but they're both going back into Pisces where we got to dissolve some more crap. I mean,
yeah,
but at the same time, we're dissolving what's not healthy for us on whatever level, mind, body, spirit. It's we get the chance to reimagine, to dream, to allow our hearts. A lot of people don't listen to their hearts. They're like, no, they're too busy in this setup that we call reality that is just designed for you to chase your tail. And that's what really people are understanding. This isn't life. Really, it isn't.
right.
It's not.
Well, and Jimi Hendrix keeps singing to me, and he keeps singing, and those castles made of sand slip in the sea eventually.
Mhm.
And
You-
it's over and over. I woke up with that this morning in my
mhm.
head
Oh,
playing, right?
man.
And it's the
I,
foundations that we have had were not pipe dreams. They were
yeah.
not made in sand. They were well thought out by Freemasons. They were well architized. Is that even a word? What's the architectural structure of it in its own foundation? I mean, they
But
relied on the occult. There was still a connection to magic. There was still,
dark
knowing
night.
what ley lines were and knowing how to lay things out according to those ley lines.
Yeah, but see, they inverted it, right? And they used it against us. And they used dark magic. I'm not saying the Freemasons did, but a lot.
Oh,
You may,
I'm talking about the Freemasons that were the foundation of this country. George
well,
Washington and L'Enfant and Ben Franklin and all of those guys, they had knowledge that they used in order to construct this so it wouldn't be built on sand.
but we got a lot of holes,
Well,
apparently,
but who's punched them in there?
the nefarious ones. And this is what I'm saying. As long
Well,
as that underlying thing is capitalism and money and, that kind of, you know, just step on each other to get ahead, that mentality has got to go.
but
America is beautiful
that
with
is I don't feel that that is as much about the Freemasons as it
mm,
is going back to the start of the Kali Yuga and the heavy
exactly,
power and the
exactly. That's
separation of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So
true.
this is about reuniting all of that because that is where the holes get plugged up. And it is digging outside and putting new barrier on the outside of the old foundation
True.
and then coming in. So you repair it outside first and then you come inside and repair it because you got to hold back the water, and that Neptune is going to be
Mhm.
sending the water. So we
Mhm.
have to fortify against the water seeping back in,
I agree with all that.
right?
They
Just like if you have a crack in
26,000
your foundation, you have
26.
to dig a trench and do it outside of the walls first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go back, Hallelujah is what, 400,000 years ago? How long? We're in a
20,
galactic year,
24,000 years for sure.
26,000 years, and it has seeped in those lower frequencies of domination, control, distortion have seeped in too many places. The holes haven't been patched up that often. I mean, a lot of Europe is ahead of it, but there's a lot that wants to hold it back and drown it. So and here we're America, right? We're the ones who have to stand up and say, no, we fight for freedom, or everything will fall. And I don't see that happening. Do you? I don't see that.
I, I, today, the Virgo Sun Moon in Regulus is telling me, keep your mouth shut.
Hey.
No, I don't see that happening. I don't really see that happening.
Mm-mm. I
But
think
that doesn't mean that it's going to rectify in the morning.
no, it's not. No, and it's going to be restructured, and it's going to take time. But we got
Yeah.
to get to the at least some sort of understanding of the foundation that we want freedom and sovereignty.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping this month does. This month gets that started and gets that going. Well, let's say hi to everybody. Hi, Leah. Hi, Deanne. DFL rocks. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Annie Bear. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Lauren Hunsinger. Bora Bora. Barbara
Rocky,
Bergman. Oh
Annie,
my goodness.
Barbara,
Millie.
Millie, yep,
Jessica.
Jules, yep,
Harley. Hi, Harley. Haven't seen you in a while. Jules
and
learning to
Angela.
listen.
Hello, Angela.
Sonia Claiborne.
Teresa Hadjian,
Rocky.
hi. Haven't seen you for a while either,
Gina's Place. Who else?
right?
Harley.
This is the only way I can see you guys. Sorry.
I'm slow, guys. Please bear with me. Carolina, good to see you.
What else do we have coming up?
And
Not that this isn't
oil painters here.
enough.
Coyote Rosenbaum,
Oh, yeah.
91. Good to see you. Jackie B.
Oh,
Diane G. Good to see you.
the sun will be squaring Uranus in 2 days. Isn't that nice to know?
Yeah, the sun.
The
Yeah, well,
25th. Oh, let's see. What else do we have?
well,
On
let's
the
talk about
25th.
that. That's a good point, Diana. All the 0 and 1 degrees. I mean, right now we got one, two, three, four, five, six planets at 0 or 1 degree.
Yes, and isn't that the lineup? What six
Yeah,
planets visible
planetary
last
line.
night? Man, it was so beautifully dark. Everybody had their um all their barn lights were shut off.
Oh, how cool.
It was so nice because I
Karen.
stars just by looking out the window. It was great.
Oh, I love that.
It was,
Dakota Kelp. Nice to see you. Karen Robinson.
and Venus goes into Leo.
KSD. Yeah,
Venus goes into Leo on the 25th.
that's going to be awesome because she's going
And
to take her power back.
well, she's going to be trining Saturn that same day at about
What
the
a
same
day.
time. And then on the 26th, she's going to be sextile Uranus. And also on the 26th, she's going to be trining Neptune. So and still be within orb of trining Saturn. So she's coming into Leo to make us feel. That doesn't mean
Mhm.
it's gonna be comfortable. We might have
Hmm.
to shed a few tears, and if you feel like it, do it. Your body is telling you. This is a good
Absolutely.
way to cleanse and purge, cleanse and purge.
And yeah, because she wants to get to the bottom of what you love and value. And if you
Right,
got to shed tears to do that,
right.
it really helps. Let's
Now
say Gina M just visiting Harley. Let me finish. There was somebody, Denise McMillan. Hi.
we have
The,
also on the 27th, we're coming into Venus opposite Pluto.
yeah.
And, Pluto in Hades and Persephone in Hades and Venus being a morning star, it's like she's in Hades right now too. She's doing her time. Now she's going to be opposite him. So she's getting ready to come out of here. She's getting ready to become a night star again.
And she, with Pluto across from her, is going to be saying, gotta to go through this gate.
Yeah.
You gotta be in authenticity, right?
Right?
Or it's not gonna work. Hi, play love. Remember, red dragon, Teresa. Hadrian, nice to see you. I didn't know there were so many people here. Judith
Uh,
Anderson, Maureen D'Amico. I always say you're wrong. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Teresa, oh, I said that. All right, we got it. Went through the list. Thank you all for being here. It's just
yeah.
makes it's just the energy feels so good. It's all nice and buzzy. I like that nice buzzy feeling. But anyway, y'all are I mean y'all are beautiful souls, and we appreciate you all the time coming and hanging out with us. Um, so this and Virgo is this is another important point. Controls our day to day life.
Mhm.
So it's like going to, you're going to clean up, right? You're gonna find a better system, say, or a better way of doing things, or a new doctor or something.
System, right?
Yeah.
Because you got 20 children and you can't afford to have to do a job twice, right?
Mm,
Everything's got to be sequential. It's got to be who has to be dropped off first, who gets to stay
mm.
in the car with mom while she goes grocery shopping, who gets to take a nap while she's scrubbing the floors. All those old adages. There's
And Venus, yeah, and Venus is an Earth sign, right? She's dealing with the day to day realities of life and how to be efficient and how to be
right. She's also immutable. So
mm,
keep that in mind when
new.
she has to make an adjustment, when she has to, you know, okay, that didn't work out. I got to do this. Now we got to change it here and here. She's quick on her feet to think of what the next step should be.
Yeah,
She
very quick.
understands this. She's
Hmm.
ruled by Mercury. So she's got that quick think.
Yeah, what I got here, I have refinement. We're being refined. We really are. Everything is. Systems upgrade. I wrote that so many times. We are going from carbon to crystalline.
Oh, that's another thing.
The big thing.
Yeah, I've really been trying to do a lot of thinking, meditating, clearing with my brain, you know?
Mm.
Okay, so is this just another way of saying we're getting old? Or,
No, I'm not going with
well,
that.
but I'm older than you, so it's got a little bit of a thing going on in my head here. Like, old soldiers don't die; they just fade away.
Oh, man. And Neil Young
But
song.
so I mean, I'm searching for my guides, channeling them to get my deep dive rabbit hole stuff together on how to explain this because it is something that's really happening. I mean, not the only one to say it, and it's not just psychics saying it. There's many people saying this. Our
Saying,
foundation is changing,
yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
right?
Or
The basis
cellular.
of being human is changing.
Yeah. our DNA, more of our DNA is coming online. I mean, we
right?
are literally going carbon to crystalline. And that is, let me say this, let me be clear. Anywhere you have pain, it's painful from going to carbon to crystalline. It does take time. It takes layers. It comes out in layers and layers and layers because we've been in such density, and that most of us here, we've been healing our entire lives, whether we knew it or not. But
Right.
as we release those layers of density, you get lighter, you get lighter and lighter, and that's how we go higher in frequency. And that is how we're going to elevate, evolve. We're going to jump up there in timelines. And this is another reason why we can see psychically, because you can see through that's not all carbon, it's not all just solid structure. Now you're seeing it through the veil, don't you think? I think that's a
Yeah,
big deal.
some of us have been seeing through the veil for so long that we forget that
Yeah.
this is just a part of it. Others are catching up to this point,
Yes, yes,
right? I mean,
true.
for me, it started as a little kid.
Hmm.
So,
I
and
think
I'm not
so.
the only
Yeah.
one. There's many, many, many of us in this community
Hmm.
that were born as indigo children, which is, after indigo, where do you go? You go to crystal, right? So that's where that's where it's happening. That we were
Yeah.
already born to be prepared for this to happen.
And
Pain,
that's how, you
oh
know
my God, how painful it can be.
yeah, and look how spirit set it up. There was the indigos, and then, but I mean, it just went in, and every generation after us came in more downloaded, came in with a better, having less density to them. I should say it like that. And Virgos are excellent under pressure, and that's our nervous system. So
Yep.
when you see yourself getting shooken up or taken offline, try to
Well,
take a hold of that, because our
when
nervous systems are just getting pounded.
and when you have that pain and you press on it, the relief in the pressure that you're
Yeah.
applying from outside of the pain is on the inside and you're just grinding it. It's a relief compared to what's going on the inside. I s- and I please say so in the chat if you can see what it looks like on the inside,
Hmm.
especially since I've been able to find a Reiki practitioner here. So now I'm getting Reiki twice a month. And in that, I have had lots of visions anyway, but I can see
Hmm.
exactly what it looks like. And,
Hmm.
and the very first one that I saw, if you've ever seen a red blood cell under a microscope, and
Hmm.
then a cell of a virus reaching to attack that red blood cell. It gets all these tentacles. And
Hmm.
that's exactly what I was seeing, the tentacles trying to attack the red blood cell.
Hmm.
Well, it was inside of it. These tentacles were like fragments. They're like getting like a like breaking a pimple, right? That, oh my God, here's my period. Click. Oh no, it's picture day. And I got a zit in the middle of my forehead, right? Stuff like that. So,
Well, and the fascia has a lot to do with this too. I mean, I, I don't even know we had fascia
you
until
know,
10 years ago, and
oh,
and I was like, oh my God, why didn't
well,
someone show me that?
okay, so I'm still doing my lymph node drainage, right? It still has to happen, but I don't have to work at it as hard as I had to in the beginning.
Right.
When
It, it's
remember, if everybody thinks back a little bit, I was showing you how to get in there and really manipulate things. Well, I don't have to be so rough on myself anymore
right, right.
because I've been able to. we develop a new routine that fits this
Mhm.
crystalline energy that's all around us.
Mhm.
And think about it, we've got so much plastic inside of us from what has become pollution in the water, in the ground, in what we breathe, it's in the air. So it, we're trying to convert that stuff as well as our own regular carbon base. So it's definitely going to hurt. I was hurting so much this morning. I'm not kidding. And there's probably a lot of you in the chat. I know Annie was low energy today. Anybody else who felt the same
It,
way?
it comes and goes. But I'm telling you, on the other side of that, I was in pain for years, years. I mean, excruciating pain. And once I cleared, this is all. I'm not trying to say that everybody's like me, but I know a lot of people this happened to where they couldn't move. They were very sick, and
Yeah,
then or whatever cancer. If you had
exactly.
cancer, you came out of that. Think of that.
The bending parts won't bend. What the
Well,
is
but
going
think
on
of
here?
that. You did the cancer and healed from that. I mean, you're not giving to me. You're not giving yourself enough credit to allow for the rest of that stuff to come out. It just takes time. And I know she's a Gemini, and this is why. She doesn't have the patience. But
Oh, I do.
I'm only messing
I
with
do.
you.
I understand what's going to happen. Seriously. Where I lose my patience is it's two steps forward and sometimes three steps
Hmm.
back.
Yeah, all the
And
yeah.
then I question what I am doing and what my gut
Oh
tells me
my
to.
God. Now, see, that's perfect statement, what you just said. And this is what we've been being asked to realize for the last few years, to trust instead of question, to trust instead of having doubt. And that is the hardest damn thing in the world to do. It really is. It's not easy. And I'm not, it's just, I think once we get that full trust on the other side, things, I don't know how to explain it, how it happened. I still have really bad days,
Well,
but not pain. I'm not in pain. Like I'll get emotionally hit or emotional, collective emotional stuff. Um,
it's because we have had so much disappointment when we gave our trust to
yeah,
people.
that's what so we
And
don't
it,
trust.
it is it's not even about control as much as it is trust.
Absolutely. And that's just the point though, is it's about trust in ourselves. Because I know I put my trust in everyone else besides me until recent, until like we met, around the time we met. It wasn't that much longer before that. And people I was people who aren't where we're at, and I'm not saying this in a superior way, but in our hearts, they don't know what real love is, and we trust the wrong people, we get hurt, you know. Play Love Remember is asking Diana, did the planets bring the crystalline grid to the earth? No. The well, yeah, I guess the sun did.
The, the
The sun, the
the sun's
planet.
not a planet. The sun is a luminary. So let's look at it that way. But it's in conjunction with the gamma rays, the X rays, the plasma, and
Regular.
it does, ricochet off of other planets and
Mhm.
ricochets on us. And that ricochet, when it hits us, sure, it penetrates, but there's a splat, and that splat is going to go pwang and ricochet back into space. So, yeah,
But this is thousands and thousands and thousands of years because the planets, this solar system is going through the same thing we're physically going through. It is releasing the density of being in such a low frequency for so long. Now, would that have happened without spirit? Like I was everything. So when I was saying no, I meant spirit was involved because spirit, it. is, the planets are higher consciousness beings. Spirit is the sun, in the sun. It's all connected. All the galactic center, super galactic center, great attractor, all those huge energies flowing down into us over time. But this is the time where it's in many ancient texts where we raise in frequency into the golden age because we're leaving Kali Yuga. We're leaving these dense uh, 26,000 year cycle. There's so many that we're releasing, but it doesn't all happen at once because. And I used to get really mad and frustrated with my guides. I'd be like, just turn the frequency up because that's all I ever heard. And I said, why don't you just turn everybody's frequency up? Well, everybody would die. It has to happen slow over time. It's already painful enough. You to turn it all the way up, and you guys, which we have experienced. We have experienced death because of that. You know.
So Harley and Dakota are both talking about. Uh, oh, yeah, thank you. There is still a strain of blue sky back there. Fantastic.
It's a
Um,
beautiful blue.
but Judith and Harley are talking about how Harley slept.
Right.
What'd you
Right.
say? I forgot how many hours you said you slept yesterday, and Judith is saying that she could sleep 20 hours a day. But for at one point, I get it. And a couple of days ago, was it last week, Saturday, we had flares go off. And when that occurred, I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. I would finally fell asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up by 5. And that's not, that's,
Hmm.
and that is rough.
And Judith, that has happened. I mean, I slept. I was a mess. But it is part of the healing process to
It's
get
like
to
getting
take that
popped up
sleep.
on a bunch of candy when you're a little kid, and then
Well,
crash.
yeah, but I mean, I know it isn't easy, and crystals really helped me. I'm just gonna say what helped me, Judith, especially obsidian. It is a good crystal for a black moon too. But any black crystal, any clear crystal, you can balance. But I would see myself being wrapped in sheets of gold, sparkly, iridescent light, like real thick, like pillow thickness, just kept wrapping around my body from my toes to my head, down my head to my toes. And I was being told this is seeping into your cells. This is going to heal you. Honestly, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't. I can't even explain the difference of how I feel, but I just followed my guidance and I had to learn to trust. Did I trust all the time back then? No, but I do now and I understand that it's a process. But when you're in it, you don't you I thought I was going to die like that. I didn't know I was ever going to get better, and I'm sure a lot of us feel that way even now. Well, once you go in and you just follow that guidance, you just say, surrender. Ask, what can I do to help myself feel better? What is it going to take? Like with Diana, I see gold being poured into her hip and leg, or her in a violet flame. And just all of these things would help me, would take my mind off of that intense pain just in those few moments. And I would get myself into like a meditation, especially the ones where they talk or really good music. But I mean, these are all the things that we have available to us. And Virgo, here we are. We've been talking about healing for a while. This is what Virgo's about, how to heal this. And we're at that 0 degree. So think of it as the beginning of the end because that end piece is coming in September. Now, will it be fully gone? I don't know. Like I know my spine will feel like it's being ripped out if I stand too long in the kitchen. But I
Hmm.
know I'm doing that, and I know I got to lay down afterwards, and I hopefully, it'll rest or heal it. But I still get that kind of stuff coming on me. if I push myself too hard.
And Dakota, that's a beautiful way to look at it because we are healing uh, our DNA wounds that go back from the beginning of our soul's journey,
No.
which, you know, lots of us were here when Lyra blew apart and we were trapped in the prison that came here.
Mm-hmm.
Up, yep, 1 and 4 a.m. the other day, and today sleeping all day and still tired. Yep, I
What?
get I get it for sure. And
Yes.
and when I first moved back here, okay, 2018 and 2019 did have a solar maximum, but nothing like this. And when I moved here from Virginia, my husband had died, a funeral, my last year of teaching, I had to sell a house, I had to find a house. All that stuff was going on. I didn't have any time for my body to do anything but run around like a crazy lady. I got here, I couldn't stay awake. I was beginning to wonder, is there a radon in this house somewhere or what's going on? What's going on? But I just couldn't stay awake for probably 2 months. And then we went into COVID. And that just kind of said, this is it. Sit down.
Mm-hmm. Sit
Take,
down. And,
redesign your life.
oh my
Figure,
God, it's so true. And it was. I mean, that's exactly what Spirit did. We
yeah,
all had to sit down and really be with ourselves when we were never, ever, we never had that opportunity before.
yes, Pamela, and that goes right back to our childhood too, where we were always told, you're just a kid. What do you know? Shut up. You don't know nothing. You're making
Hmm.
it up. Don't even talk about stuff like that. You don't know what.
Hmm.
So that's a part of it. But embracing that healing, this is not, I know through past life regressions that I've had, I have seen me been gored by a boar, and then came home and researched all that I saw and the names that came up, and it's all true. And
Hmm.
I still don't know if it happened in Scotland or in the United States because the guy that I was lived in Scotland and migrated here to the US. And in Virginia, the terrain is so much where I was is so much like Scotland. And so, I still couldn't figure out, well, where was I? Was I in Scotland or was I here? Because in those wild days, Virginia had plenty of boars around. Still do.
Mm. Crazy. Crazy. I know. I know. And look at all the investigating we've done to try to figure out why I'm like this, whatever, if it's mental, physical, or emotional.
Yeah.
And look at all the work we did, and look how far we've come, right? And here we
Maureen,
really are.
exactly. And I'm just like that, Maureen. I come from a long line of tavern owners. Okay.
Yeah, Dakota.
And I was a bartender in the habit of staying up late, plus working two jobs. My second job was a night job at Lowe's.
Hmm.
So I'd be there to close the store. And of course, that meant it was 11 o'clock before I got home. And then you got to unwind and blah, blah, blah. So not going to bed till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I have finally broken this cycle where I'm up at 5 to get ready to go teach, right? And it took me a long time to do that. So now when I have a sleepless night, it really irritates the crap out of me, where before I was just so used to it. It was caught in the momentum.
And this is also, we always say this about all the moons, but this is a black moon. It's deep, and this is deep release healing. Of course, we want to do the release of accept the past. I wrote to accept the past to take full advantage of this month. Release and accept. Release to receive. Write it out, speak it out. So I'm not, even if you got to repeat it 1,000,000,000 times, I'm not in pain. That's sometimes what we got to do. you know.
And I like hear what Dakota's saying about this as well. You became increasingly creative.
Hmm.
It's when your body knows you are fighting something that could switch your life, it
Hmm.
off. It does what it can to help you switch it back on. I've
Oh,
been through
Jesus.
cancer, and in that cancer, sure, I was already creative to begin with, but in that, for me, it was like no more hiding my light. I wasn't going to hide that anymore, and I
Mm.
always had to keep it,
Well, we
you know,
had, yeah.
hidden from society, hidden from my husband because he's
And
not
that's
enough
the
anyway.
same with me. Yeah, and that's why we had to become authentic in ourselves, to with ourselves. And that was terrifying, at first. Now look at us. We have
Right.
our groups. There's many of us. I wanted to say something to Judith. With
That
the,
was beautiful, Barbara.
I
Keep it.
want acreage and a farm too. I think a lot of us want that. But if are you having eye vision problems? Is that what this is saying? Another read. If you see anything else related to your vision, please let me know. That's part of what's going on. The vision thing in ascension, in elevating in frequency, is very difficult. My eyes jump a lot.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something
And it doesn't feel. They feel dirty. It feels like there's something in the air, and they feel dirty
yeah.
because it's not. It doesn't feel like what the cataract should be doing. It's like spending too much time on the computer. I've had to bump this up to 150s for reading, because now the screen, this 12-inch screen or 13-inch screen is already too small. And I don't want no big old computer because I don't like big old computers. But anyway,
Well, and the if it is like my guys, I'm just gonna tell you what they said to me, and I did it. See gold light shooting out of your eyes, like that's one way to heal it. You can put the violet flame on your eyes. I literally put. I don't do this often now, but I worked on my dog Buddy. He was getting cataracts, and I read somewhere they showed me the information to put castor oil in the line,
I I
and
swear by it. It
I
cleans
swear
your
by it
eyes.
too. Yep, and those cataracts were gone. I did it for about 2 weeks straight, and then I would do it like once every week, and then it went down to once a month. So now, anytime I get any weird feelings in my eyes, I put castor oil in there, and you got to get the hexane free, get the organic. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put anything
Yes.
that wasn't organic in my body, but
Yes.
that's just,
Right.
oh, no issues with that. I'm sorry. I must have. I'm in her vision of my farm that I want. Oh, well, see, I need hearing. I need some hearing. Reading. No, I'm
It
reading.
is a good time for manifestation.
Oh my gosh. It's planting the seeds.
It's a good
Yeah.
time. It's a good time for going within. It's a new moon, so do a ritual and give yourself, like I'm very fond of 9-day rituals. And because it is that from zero to the last closing.
And zero
From
is all
zero
about,
to closing.
yeah, new beginnings. Zero. This zero is huge.
Yeah.
This is this is clean slate. It really
Yeah.
is. And zero is also protection. So whatever you're calling in, make sure to protect your energy. I mean, those are the basic things that we need to do is to care for ourselves. Every day you need an energetic bath. And there's too much distortion out here. So if you bubble yourself up or whatever it is, ground into earth, whatever, be with crystals, something to keep your energy bodies clean. I pulled a couple cards and when,
Castor oil, Dakota, castor oil.
yeah,
Make sure it's organic. Try
organic.
try to make sure that it comes in a glass bottle.
Hmm.
And
Dark. Dark. grass. Yeah.
I like the black. There's nothing wrong with the mixed variety. Castor oil beans. It comes from a bean, and some beans are solid black, some are kind of zebra, some are white. Well, the zebra and the yellowish white ones go in one pile, but the black ones get separated because they're far and few between. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's really special for your face, for your cheeks, for your, happy smile creases and your eyes. And so after a couple of days, I usually take a rest from putting castor in my eyes, but it really works. And it helps calm down dry eye if you've got some of that
Hmm.
going.
And I mean, I put it in my belly button. You could do anything with castor
It's
oil.
the carrier oil I use for the salves I make.
And if you put it in your belly button or on the bottoms of your feet, it goes into all your organs properly. A lot of people do put it on their liver. Like, I'm hearing myself.
Because absorption through the skin is the best way to get all of a product. When
Yeah.
you digest it, it goes through, and the music goes round and round. Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
but
whoa,
and
whoa, and it comes.
taking it by mouth is good too. I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing myself. I'm sorry. If you take it by mouth, it goes in and it cleans out your digestive system, and it cleans out parasites and gets rid of viruses and bacteria and things like that. So I do that about once a week. I'll take a tablespoon of it. Judith Anderson, what is the date for this new moon? Is tonight at 2:06 a.m. in Eastern Time, 11:06 p.m. Pacific Time. The next Virgo new moon is
Harley's got a good one here too.
next month, um, September 21st. That never happens. It's very rare you have the same sign having two moons in a row. This is very rare time period. With the eclipse season coming in, this is the opening to the eclipse season. And then the very next day after the next new moon is a fall equinox. So there's a lot going on here. What is, oh,
Yep, Harley, you can definitely do a manifestation, especially if it's close to your birthday. And you're a Virgo, do it through the whole month. Just a
do
little
the,
something every day, you know.
always, yeah.
You don't have to spend a lot of time on it, just enough, opening of it, you might want to spend more time on it, but
Here, let me show
it
you.
becomes part of your heart and part of the things you're thinking of, and it becomes ingrained. It's like uh, putting somebody's name on an altar or lighting a candle and walking away from it and letting the candle carry the intention for you,
Here you
or
go.
a name on Joan of Arc's altar to carry the intention for me.
This
When I
is
Because you can't always be present for everything, right?
right. And new moons, full moons, I always do blow cinnamon through the front door. I always light a candle. I always speak my intentions out loud. I'll write them on bay leaves here, and I stick them in this little bowl. This candle is inside of a little tiny orange. It has cinnamon, salt, and clove in there. But you can make it however you want. It's that you don't
Yeah.
have to do what I'm doing. It's your ritual. You use the products, the things, the colors, the crystals, because it's I have it up there surrounded by crystals. This is you speaking. You're speaking the magic into your world by doing anything, even just sitting there like this and saying it out loud or saying it to yourself. Out loud, though, really does it vibrates, and I feel that that's helpful, but that's just me. It doesn't mean, to me, there's no rules to any of this. You're the magic, and what you prefer is your magic, you
Somebody
know?
else's grimoire is just a basis for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do what feels right for you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's too much ritual for you, well, make it fit what you want. Your intention is the important part.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's all about intention. Okay, I'll read this Virgo New Moon. It's just a little intention thing. 2025, it says, trust the process and flow. Everything that needs to happen now and everything that you require at this time will come easily to you. Accept the opportunities that come your way and believe in synchronicity. Follow through your ideas and intuition. Get organized and prepare for change. Be willing to venture outside of your comfort zone. That's for me. Allow your body to move to the new moon's powerful and sensual beats. Dive deep and connect with your soul. Move your body, dance, and experience the high frequency ecstasy. The beginning of the end. Evolution, growth, self awareness, new discovery, glow up, progressive change, new awarenesses. Expect the unexpected. Soul tribe unions and jumping and merging timelines. And this is just one. There's thousands of these, like on Facebook or any social media. There's so many ways to do this, but because it's a dark, it's a new moon, it's a black moon, the 33-month black moon. This is very deep, dark soil, like the womb. You're being rebirthed, but you are planting the seeds of whatever that rebirth is. So that's think of it like that. Hi, Steve Toffee. Steve Toffee says I'm here. Oh, I love dragons. Yeah, the dragons are all over the place too. Angels, all of them, elementals, everything's coming in for us. This is
So,
us creating our new world, our new era individually. We start with ourselves and then it extrapolates out to the rest of the world. Go ahead. What'd you get?
uh,
What's what?
I pulled three cards. Well, I actually pulled six cards, but they go correspond with each other. So I'm going old school with Rider Waite Smith deck. The first card out is Infinity and the Strength card, right?
Oh, and Leo, last day of Leo too, or it
Right?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're right. Well, we're still on that pinnacle because 0 degrees is still conjunct 29
Mhm.
degrees. So
And
we're on that pinnacle, and the card that Oracle that came out with it is the owl. Now, this owl, you have to be honest with yourself because the owl knows where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. And when you focus on the strengths, the weaknesses have less opportunity to take hold of you. So keep these two cards in mind as we begin our journey in Virgo. The next card is waiting for your ship to come in. Now we still have a nice sunny sky.
mhm,
We've put the intention out there, and so now we have to wait, right? We don't just put an intention, we set a goal. We also set in our mind a little something every day
mhm,
that refreshes the water in the glass of roses so that they don't die in 24 hours. And you already know what you want. It's already in your hand. You just behave as if you've already got it, right? You're sitting with the soothsayer and you can be
right,
your own soothsayer. So
that's
waiting for
right.
your ship to come in starts with your ability to manifest and believe in yourself.
Believe, yeah.
Now,
But trust and believe.
the rising on all of this is we can't expect it all to happen in 1 hour. Doesn't mean it won't.
Right.
Like here's just a cute little something. One leg of mine is shorter than the other. All I need is some cheap flip-flops, right? Well, the dollar store's got none of them because summer's over with and back to school and Halloween's already out. I walked into the dollar store to get some candles the other day, and what is sitting there? This is 4 days after I thought, God, if I only had those cheap flip-flops.
Always have it.
Two pairs for $1.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
even that $1.25 store. It's two pairs of cheap flip flops for $1. I'm going back tomorrow because how long are those going to last, right? I
Oh my.
only need the right one, and the left one's going to be tricky, but I'm going to make that work for my right foot also. So, in keeping in mind that it may not happen overnight, take this opportunity to heal
Yes.
and embrace and have gratitude for the fact that we are still standing and that we have this opportunity because we have the magic of Raven with us
I
and the
love
wisdom of Owl.
it.
The wisdom of Owl.
That's Diana's deck. If anybody's interested, it's called
Oh,
Clarity.
thank you. Yes, I do have a few decks left.
Very cool deck. Very,
Thank,
very, very.
thank you.
And oh, geez, everything's everywhere. I just got this one. It says, "What magic should I do on a black moon?" Black moons are rare new moons that combine the stillness of the dark moon with the fresh potential of a lunar reset. This powerful lunar event is perfect for deep release, shadow work, and starting work on a long-term transformation. Use this energy to banish. I like that word because this is what you do with magic, right? Banish what no longer serves you. Protect your space and set intentions that will unfold over the months ahead. So I thought that was cool. I got Diana's deck out. Let me show you guys.
Oh, there you go.
It's so cool. And
Thank
she drew all these. She made all these, painted all these cards.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got this one. I always get this is a cool one. Tell me what it.
I love that card. Oh
I
my
think
God. When you look in the background, like everybody can see, I'm pointing to that card. When you look in the background, you can see all these little tiny fairies and in those purple flowers and in the bushes, you can see some faces and stuff. And I did this with permanent Sharpie, and I did it on blank coated cards this size. And my paintbrushes were my fingertips. So
Oh,
I just smudged everything.
and this
The
one. And what
architect.
does it mean? This one?
That one is take the road less traveled. It
Ah,
seems harder, right? But diverse. Diversity is important. And that rock is not hard to step over. You don't have to jump over it, but you can if you want to. And
mm,
then inside, when you go on this new adventure, you're going to find new elementals and new things to help you out.
new magic. New magic.
And magic, more
Yeah.
magic. And then that is the card of sanctuary. Now, I want to tell you the history of this. This is my friend Chris, but everybody calls him Papa Smurf. Where I walk daily, he is in a wooded area on the shore of one of the small lakes in that state park, and he builds these incredible cairns. So he is the architect of sanctuary.
Mm.
But each one of us is the architect of our own sanctuary,
Oh my God, I love it. Yep.
right? So
Yep.
just as we can look at the Nine of Wands as an opportunity to go within and heal, that's what our sanctuary is about. We
Mm.
all should unplug at least once a week. And if you can only do it for a couple of hours, so be it. But to enter the silence and just listen to you, just listen to your heartbeat, to your old wounds. And sanctuary is the way to get to it.
Yeah, yeah, it's so true. I mean, we do need to go in. I mean, that's how we go in to heal. We go in to free ourselves. We go inside to evolve, to elevate. If you can't hear your own heart, your own spirit team,
Right.
did you do all your cards?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because I just got a couple quick ones here. I got trust from
Oh,
the
well, there
unicorn.
we go.
Yeah,
That is so beautiful.
pretty. And it
Is
says,
that the unicorn deck?
yeah, it says, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. Oh my God, that is so perfect. I pulled these a bit earlier today for this. Then I got enter the magic, live in the now, seize the moment. Here's that unicorn, another unicorn deck.
Oh,
You can see it.
is that the Diana Cooper deck?
This one is, yeah. That one, that first one wasn't. That was, I don't know who makes that one. And then open to abundance, believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. And that's why we plant these seeds, in these new moons, and especially this one. These are your seeds to abundance. Whatever your intentions are, that means something to you. I don't doesn't necessarily mean just money or things. It could be anything. But I really like this one earlier. This is the highest path, and this is the last long thing I'll read. It says, you are a child of the divine, here to manifest your path of service on earth. Now, I want to say something about that. Virgo is the sign of service, of giving, of healers. Lots of healers are Virgos, or healers have a lot of Virgo in their chart. Use your keen intuition and natural psychic gifts to follow your heart's desires. Your inherent wisdom is a gift of the Akashic records. Use it to guide you in the directions of your intended evolution. Be willing to release anything that prevents your progress, including old beliefs and behaviors. You are attuned to the universe. Believe in yourself and be disciplined as your path unfolds. That's a chakra deck sage goddess. I've studied with her for years, but she has some decks. I don't know if anyone knows who she is, but she's if you want to learn some stuff, she's got some excellent. I keep forgetting I have certificates in so many things, but it's not why I'm here. It's not the reason. But learning magic is freeing. It frees you to believe in yourself, to believe in spirit, to believe in this energy around us is all at our command. You speak into reality whatever it is you prefer, and it appears like Diana's flip flops. It really does, doesn't it?
No. Like,
Hmm.
did I psychically figure out that they were there, or did did I manifest one way or the other?
They're
I
there, right?
walked in the door for candles, and there was. I got to go back and get some more, so I'll have it a year's worth for a couple of bucks.
See how cool? That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so, oh my goodness. One more thing, guys. They just said read this. Metamorphosis begins the moment your biology stops reflecting your past and starts reflecting your potential. You shift that by changing the signals you're sending. What you eat, what you think, how you move, who you're around, and what you expect. Your biology is always listening. The body stops mirroring old patterns when you stop living in them. The moment you consistently live as if your future is already true, your biology has no choice but to catch up. Now that's the truth. We we really are what we believe and perceive, and what we I know I had a lot of personal judgments against myself, and nothing changed until I changed that, you know.
Yeah.
And is
I'm
there,
just
I see, is it cool? Is there any questions from anybody about anything? Oh, thank you, Judith. Oh, she's going to go to the fire
oh,
pit in
thank
her
you, Harley.
yard and we'll
Thank you,
write
Harley.
out. Oh, I love that, Judith. Oh, that's so cool. That's gonna be such a powerful. I mean, you go out to the fire pit and write out things and burn the paper. That's your doubts, fears, and anxieties. I mean, and anybody can do that at any time. You don't need a fire pit, and just be careful, of course. But let us know how that works out. 'Cause that's really cool. There goes the healer. Yeah, Diane G. All right, guys. And we
Yeah,
put
everybody, anybody that I didn't recognize, I love you. It's hard to keep an eye on the phone and everything else while I'm
yeah.
trying to talk. So,
Oh, thank you, Jules. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. We love doing this, and we will be here for the full moon.
well,
Lunar
we're doing Shine Your Light with Marina
full I
on the 30th
the
also.
30th. Yeah.
So, if we will be on at 9:15, but she starts that so that it begins at 6 o'clock Eastern,
Mm.
so that there is a rolling of everybody turning on their porch lights at 7 p.m. So
To be the
in
light.
their time zone, so it's a rolling lighting, right? Like the
Mhm.
wave, catch the wave. Anyway, this is the sixth one, seventh one. I can't remember.
Has it been that many? Wow. And this is all,
Yeah,
it's called Shine Your Light. So we go in and we talk about all this high vibrational. Val K is there,
yeah,
Marina,
right.
Abby.
She has all different guests through all this
Mm,
time. So, pop in and out, whatever. And it is I forgot what I was going to say. Squirrel.
it's I don't
Squirrely
know.
Bob is in the
Uh,
house.
Squirrel too. Okay, one more thing. It's when you
Oh,
vibe.
it's Heart and Soul. No, Heart Centered Tarot is Marina's
Oh,
channel.
Heart Center Tarot. Yeah, but
That's
we
what.
all stream from our channels.
Yeah,
I
we
can
can do.
I can stream this time. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, one more thing. When you vibrate at the low frequency, you are looking for the path. When you vibrate at the high frequency, the path looks for you. I like that.
I like
I
that.
just I could just read these things to everybody all day, myself included. I just love this stuff. Um, so we love you and we love your energy, and we're very grateful that we can all come together and hang out. And we will be together at Shine Your Light on the 29th and
30th.
then 30th.
Saturday the 30th.
Okay, Saturday the 30th. And
And then and then for the next moon and the next eclipse and the next whatever
the next moon is a
tons of
full
stuff.
moon eclipse. Yeah, and it's a
Oh, there
Pisces.
you go.
Yeah, it's a Pisces full moon eclipse. So what does that mean? It's really,
But it's solar.
we're dissolving all the stuff that we're asking to leave because it comes in layers, right? If it just happened the first time I burned paper with my, what I wanted to release, that would have, been a long time ago. But it's layers and it's layers. But it does get better. I'm going to say that. It really does.
Yeah.
Dinah, I love you and thank you. Is there anything else that you want to say before
I
we go?
say everybody bless yourselves because we are blessed by you to be here and
Mm,
we're blessing you back. But also remember, stand in your light and bless yourself.
hmm. Yeah, beautiful. Be the light you are. Be the love you are. We love you. We will see you soon. Thank you for being with us.
Bye bye.
Bye, love.